Ah, wow, I must have had that tight. Oh my goodness, look at that sucker. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a Monday morning. I don't even mind the rain today because I just had sod. It's good now, but it's nice to get some rain. Oh, what shall we do today? I know we're starting tab, so just so you know that. Is there anything anyone else would like to do? I'm going to start with our core, kind of get fired up Monday morning, get us going a little bit more. And I like to do it with you, so I can suffer along with you. So we're going to start on your backs. And you can start like in Shavasana or Supta Baddha Konasana or whatever feels comfortable. Supta Baddha Konasana sometimes is too much for me at the beginning, but if you're okay with that. Place one hand over the center of your chest and one hand over your low belly. And close your eyes. Welcome, Jane S. I don't see you, but I see your name, so welcome to class. We have a full back row, just so you know. It looks like there's only one person in the class when you look at that. So close your eyes for a minute and just take this moment to kind of get present to what's happening. Like notice your hands on your body. Notice the rise and fall of your body with your breath. It might be your chest, it might be your abdomen. And then make a conscious effort to pull your navel to your spine, just slightly, and to really breathe into your chest. And notice how when that belly's pulled in, you don't get the rise in that. And that's one of the locks that we use in yoga to kind of keep the energy contained and to really fill up your lungs with the breath, which is the most important part of our yoga class. Take a deep breath in together. Open your mouth, let it out. Stretch your arms over your head. Stretch your legs long, point your toes. Get nice and long. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. Give it a little squeeze. Flex your feet. And so your right knee is in. Now take it out wider towards your shoulders. Ooh. And then switch legs. Pull your right knee towards your chest. Flex your feet. And keep your navel pulled in. Breathe into your ribs, your lungs. And then take your knee out a little wider. Oh. Getting that stretch. And then bring the other knee up to meet it. So you're nice and wide, knees stretch. And then bring it right into a dead bug. And just notice how that feels at the beginning of class. Rock side to side for happy baby. Little back massage. Come to stillness. And as you pull your knees down, roll your tailbone towards the floor. Focus on your breath and start to bring Ujjayi into it, where you hear your breath come in and you hear your breath come out. Mouth is closed, breathing in and out through your nose in an intentional, audible way. I feel like I could stay there forever. Hug your knees in toward your chest. Wrap your arms around. Give yourself a hug. Acknowledge yourself for showing up today. And then take your legs straight up into the air. Draw your thigh bones down into your hips. Pull your navel to your spine. The one thing that I think about, so I don't arch my back as much on this one, is keeping my back ribs on the ground. Like we always, hey, Kath, we always talk about, pulling your belly button down into the floor. But think about your back ribs. Like push them down and you'll feel your core engaged just with that. So take a deep breath in here and then lower your legs 30 degrees and hold that there. Because we're going to focus on the actions. Pull your thigh bones into your hips, push your ribs down. Take another deep breath in, and on the exhale, lower about halfway down. Re-engage. Thigh bones in, back ribs down. Take another deep breath in. On the exhale, lower. Lift your head and shoulders up if that helps. And then slowly come back up. We're going to do that a few more times, and we'll move on the exhale. So keep re-engaging. On that inhale, re-engage every single time. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Lift your head and shoulders up. Pull your navel down and slowly come back up. Draw your thigh bones down. Let's do it again. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, fill up. Lower. Hold it there and then slowly come back up. Take your legs down that 30 degrees. Lower your right leg towards the floor. Bring it back up to that starting point. Now, we're going to do the same leg over and over, and you're going to have options, and I'll give those as you go. But first, we'll just start with the lowering of the right leg and bringing it back up. Keep your belly pulled in. Keep your thigh bones pulled in towards your hips. Can you guys get that? Do you feel that? It's really I don't want to say advanced, but I mean, it really takes a lot of knowing your body and to keep that integrity there. Now, if you want to make it a little harder, you lift your head and shoulders up. So you lower and bring it back up. Lower and bring it back up. You're only coming up to that 30 degrees, right? Can you feel that? It keeps that other side working. 4 more. Anybody feel them already? Thank you. Hold it up there. Bring your legs, knees in. Give yourself a little squeeze. We'll do the other side. Take your legs up. Lower your legs 30 degrees. Now start with just lowering your left leg, bringing it back up. Lower your left leg, bring it back up. Nice and slow, like there's no hurry. Notice how when your leg lowers, your back wants to arch. Keep pushing your ribs down. Like go slow enough so you can make those adjustments. You want to make it a little harder, you lift your head up, shoulders off, blades off the ground. Well, maybe not your shoulder blades, but your shoulders. Now, I did not count, but I usually have a good sense about the same amount. This one will feel a little harder because the other side's tired already. We'll do 4 more from here. Activate the legs. Bring your right leg down a little bit so it's at that 30 degrees. And when you're done with your 4, hug your knees in. Knees over your hips. This is another form of dead bug. Abdominal dead bug. Knees over your hips. Make sure they're stacked right above. Shins parallel to the floor, feet flex. My legs end up going here. Just I don't know why. Just you'll see what happens. Legs, arms straight up into the air. Re-engage your core. Extend your right leg and your right arm, and then bring it back to the starting point. Okay, re-engage. Here we go. Open, same side. We're doing the right side only. Open and close. Now you have your options. Today I'm not going to do it, but some days I will. Lift my head and shoulders up. You decide how much you need here. You can always bring it back down because I really feel these already. Oof. We have a few more, nice and slow. Stay engaged. Keep your ribs pushing down. Wake up the body. My brain's already starting to feel a little better, a little more alive, a little more awake. 4 more. 3. Did anyone count by any chance? 2 and 1. Hold it out there. Lift your head and shoulders up. Hold it. So you're doing a scoop. Leg out, arm out. 4, 3. Woo! And 1. Hug in. I felt the same way. He says, if it makes you feel any better, like I'm not even lifting my head and shoulders up on that one today. Sometimes I do this one first, so doing it third, it makes a big difference. Arms straight up, shins parallel to the floor, left side, open and close. Open and close. Belly button pulled in, thigh bone pulled in. Ribs stay down. You can look at your belly button if you want, but I'm not doing that today. Nice and slow and controlled. Let's do 4 more now. Doesn't it feel like it's ripping? Does anyone else get that feeling? Hug in, hug in, hug in. Oh, I forgot the scoop. I forgot the scoop. Scoop. Lift your head and shoulders up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug in. Ah. All right, ladies. Roll forward and back along your spine. Give yourself a little massage. Come up into tabletop. We'll do one more. Plant your hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. All you're going to do is lift your knees up and then draw your arms back to your toes and your toes towards your hands. Your hands and toes going towards each other. Squeeze, breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Child's pose. On your fingertips. On your fingertips, child's pose. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Lift your head and shoulders up. Walk your hands over to the right. Hips to the left. Side bend, stretch. Yes. I can even feel this in front of my shoulder, my chest, where it attaches. Breathe into it. Try the other side. Now we fired up that core. Keep it engaged. Belly button pulled in. Breathing in through your ribs, just like we did at the beginning, right? When the belly button's pulled in, you have more chance to get more oxygen to your lungs. Fill up. And then doggy, is it puppy pose? You do your fingers here, you keep your butt in the air, and then you bring your head down. So butt in the air, walk your fingers out as far as you can, and then pull away. Imagine I was pulling your hips back towards the back of your mat. Relax. Downward facing dog. Set your gaze at your feet. Walk your heels out. Keep your belly button pulled in. And then land in your down dog. Take a deep breath in. Come high up onto your toes. Roll out to your high plank. Resist through your core. Drop your knees or not. Lower halfway down or all the way down. Cobra or up dog. And then down dog. Set your gaze. Breathe here. Set your gaze at one point. Inhale, come high up onto your toes. Use your core. Pull it in. Roll out to high plank. Press down through your hands. Drop your knees or not. Lower halfway or all the way down. Cobra or up dog. Maybe get a little more on this one. To downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, come high up onto your toes. Roll out to your high plank. Legs are strong. Drop your knees or not. Lower down. Resist. Get the weight in your upper back. Up dog. Downward facing dog. One more breath here. Empty out. Move to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold. Feet hip width apart, facing 12 o'clock. Bend your knees, drop your head. What do you do with your core? You pull it in. Opposite elbows or hands behind your back for a shoulder stretch. And you can shift in between if you feel the desire or your body asks for it. Just be in listening. What does your body want to do right now? Breathe into it wherever you feel the energy, wherever you feel the sensation. Take your breath there. Drop your hands. Toe heel your feet together and roll up to stand. Ooh. Sweep your arms up over your head. Interlace your fingers. Add the pelvic tilt. Side bend to your right. Press down through your feet. Inhale, come up. Other side. Inhale, come up. Look up. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your gaze at one point and set your intention for your practice today. How do you want to show up for your practice? I am fill in the blank. Send it out there with one Om. Take a deep breath in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, hold that. Hands on your shins or thighs, and then push your chest, like push your hands into whatever they're touching so that you get a little bit more extension in your spine. Now, hug your ribs in. Yeah, see, yeah, there it is, Kath. You feel that? Like I always have my ribs popped out when I do that. So hug them in. Take another deep breath in. Forward fold. Press down through your feet. Rise up. Inhale. Sweep your arms up over your head. Side bend to your right. Inhale, come up. Side bend to your left. Inhale, come up. Look up. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Flatten your back. High push-up, low push-up, cobra or up dog. You've already been here. Downward facing dog. Set your gaze and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Press down through your hands and your feet. One more breath in. Empty out. Move to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Fold down. Rise up to stand. Skip the side bends this time. Reach up and fold. Half lift. High to low push up. So now you're moving smoothly through the whole motion. Up dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Notice how down dog might start to feel a little easier now after we've done it a couple times. One more breath in. Empty out completely. Pull your belly in, look forward, move to the front of your mat. Half lift, fold down. One more time. Inhale, reach up all the way, touch the ceiling, forward fold. Halfway lift, low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Stay here and breathe. Spread your fingers wide, press down through your knuckles. Soften the backs of your knees and tilt your tailbone up. We'll take one more deep breath in together. Empty out. Move to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose and hold. Take a quick peek at your feet. Are they straight ahead? Facing 12 o'clock? And then push down through your heels and relax your toes. Like find that balance. Maybe shift, actually play with that. Maybe shift forward onto the balls of your feet and then shift back. And then try and find that perfect middle, that center where you can ground down. Sit a little lower. Take a deep breath in and fold. Halfway lift. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Take a big giant step. Inhale, reach up. Fingertips on fire. And low push up. Right, awakening our bodies and our minds. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior one. Big giant step. Reach up and back. Low push up. Ooh. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, fill up. Let it go. One more breath in. Empty out. Move to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold down, chair pose. Let's stay in our chair. Bring your feet maybe a little closer together. Work on the balance element of it. And then I want you to sit deeper and pull down like you're doing a chin up. Find your upper back muscles. I want you to feel your traps, rhomboids, whatever, lats maybe even. And then inhale, come halfway up. So you get a little break, right? And then exhale, pull down. Inhale, come up. Pull down like you're doing a chin up. Oh, can you feel those upper back muscles? So that's where I want you to feel when you do your chaturanga, your low push-up. Instead of feeling it all in the front, I want you to feel it in the back. Take it down. One more time. Up. Take it down and hold it. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High to low push-up. Now work that upper back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side. Warrior one. Step and reach. Low push-up. Find your breath, or not find your breath. Make it happen. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot, warrior one. Press down to reach up. Low push-up. Right, nice and slow. There's no hurry. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Woo-hoo. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Lift your right leg to the ceiling. Bend your knee and open up your hip. Come high up onto your left toes. Flex your right foot, some ankle circles one way, and then the other. Straighten your leg out behind you, and then bring your foot forward. Knee to your nose, low lunge. Fingertips on the ground. With an inhale, pull your heart forward. With an exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, come forward. Yeah, if you haven't been here for a while, you're going to feel those, huh? Two more. Inhale, like lengthen. Exhale, press your back heel down. One more. And on this last one, take it back and hold it. Take it back and hold it. Push your back heel down. And then on your front foot, make sure you're pushing down through the ball mound of your big toe. Hamstring stretch. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Come into your low lunge. And then set your feet up. Make sure they're wide on a railroad track. Climb up to crescent lunge. Reach up. So sit down. Add the pelvic tilt. And then press your thigh and your hamstring to the back of your mat. So pelvic tilt, stretch. It's like a little mozzarella stick in there that you're stretching out. Reach up. Inhale. Open your heart, like get it, and then hands to your heart. Twist to your right. Twist to your right. Yep. You can probably have, is it Lori? Aaron, that's right, you're Lori. Okay. Take your feet a little wider. You'll feel more secure. Like, and pretend you're on like a railroad tracks instead of a balance beam. Now, press down through your arm, lift your chest up, and then open your arms. Find that space in your chest, like really get it. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Stay here, breathe in. Stay for the exhale. Crescent lunge to warrior two. Rearrange your feet. Now you put your feet on the tightrope. Your back foot is turned in slightly, and you're going to take a nice long stance so you can get that knee stacked right over your ankle and maybe even feel it in your inner thigh. Arms up, stacked shoulders. Press down through the outside edge of your left foot. Relax your toes. Reverse your warrior here. So stay in your lunge and open up your side body. Breathe into your right ribs. Let them expand as you inhale. Straighten your front leg. Grab your wrist. It's called reverse triangle. It just gives your quad a little bit of a break. That's my little trick there. And then come back into warrior two. Reach forward, extended side angle. Stay long through both sides. A lot of people will go down here, but there's a lot of rounding here, right? So can you do it and keep both sides of your body still long? Arm by your ear, half bind or full bind if you want to go there. Add the pelvic tilt and open up. Look up. Breathe here. 3 more breaths. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, warrior two, pause, cartwheel down, high to low push-up. Take your time so you can feel the resistance in your back muscles. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a big cleansing breath. Inhale, open your mouth, let it out. Lift your left leg up, bend your knee and open up your hip. Come high up onto your right toes. Engage that inner line all the way from your arch into your groin. Hug your ribs in, hug your belly in. Pull your heel as close to your butt as you can. Ankle circles. I did forget to say that. Thank you, Lori. And then the other direction. And then straighten your left leg out. Push it to the back of the room. Knee to your nose. Squeeze your abs. Low lunge. Fingertips on the ground. Pull your heart forward. With an exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, press back. Two more. Getting as much length as you can, and then a stretch. One more. Take it back and hold it. Push both heels down, and then push down through the ball mound of your left big toe. And feel that grounding sensation and where else you feel it. So your leg's almost straight. Getting that hamstring stretch, getting a stretch in your back calf. Come forward, stack. Look at your feet. Get them wide enough so that they're on the railroad tracks. Make sure they're there. And then when you rise up, you'll have a little more balance. Sink down, squeeze in, like hips in, inner thighs, and then reach up. Add the pelvic tilt, and then press this hamstring back. Get that big stretch. Open up your heart, look up. Take a deep breath in, hands to your heart, and twist. Yep. So you might want to try and keep your right hip pressed up. Sometimes that right hip wants to turn with you. I can touch your right. Bring this hip down. There. Ooh, that could be fun. Take a deep breath in. Empty out. Crescent lunge to warrior two. Knee stacked right over your ankle. Get right on that tightrope. And sometimes you'll see that your knee wants to come inward. A lot of people do that. Keep it open. That's because that inner thigh doesn't want to do any work. Imagine you could spread your mat apart, and then at the same time, think about hugging your inner thighs in. Ooh. Reverse your warrior. Stay in your same legs. Same legs are strong, same actions going on. Breathe into your ribs. And then push up, grab your wrist, get a nice little side bend tug. Warrior two. Engage your feet, hug in, and then extended side angle. Press down through the outside edge of your right foot and relax your toes. My ribs want to pop out here. My guts are spilling out. I'm going to hug those in. Boy, and that just shifts a little stretch somewhere else. Half bind or full bind, wherever you want to go. We'll stay for 3 more breaths. One more inhale. One more exhale. And on the inhale, rise up, warrior two, and pause. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Aaron, your mascara is all running down. Take a deep breath in. I feel you. Empty out. Move to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold, chair pose. Sit into your chair. See if you can bring your feet a little closer together so they're at least under your hips. And then maybe they come even closer, but they don't have to. Twist to your right. Press down through your feet. Roll your inner ankles back. Pull your ribs in. Stay here or open up. Check, quick peek at your left knee. Make sure it's sliding back. As you inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, twist. One more breath in. Empty out. Chair pose. Forward fold. Separate your feet and hook onto your big toes. Big toe pose. I like to do a baby halfway lift to get that length. Then hug my ribs in and bend my arms and pull down. Let your head go. So imagine that you're carrying a backpack around on your back and it's full of rocks. And each rock represents something: worry, doubt, I'm not good enough or worthy. Or maybe it's something else that kind of weighs you down, a thought, a fixed mindset, expectation. What rock could you let just roll out of your backpack right now onto the sweaty floor mat, your sweaty floor mat? Like, what could you drop to be more present, to be lighter, to be more free, open? Crow pose. So there's variations of crow. Choose the one you want. Look forward on your crow. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale. Empty. Shoot back chaturanga. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Take a full deep breath in together. Open your mouth, side out. Move to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Fold down, chair pose. Chair pose. Sit into your chair. Twist to your left. Nice. Use your elbow as a tool to press down into your thigh and to lift your heart up. Open your arms. Find some freedom there, some lift in your chest. Again, stay active in your feet. Press your feet down, inner ankles back. And then keep your left hip, your right hip and right knee back. Take one more deep breath in. Empty out. Squeeze it out. Chair pose. Pause. Fold. Separate your feet. Gorilla pose. Can you get your toes all the way up to your wrists? Inhale, halfway lift and fold down. Let your head go. Now, you still got that backpack on, right? We can't get rid of everything in one time, in one day, in one moment. But maybe there's a water cooler conversation you had that's still weighing on you. Maybe you felt like you didn't say the right thing or you felt hurt by that. Like, what could you drop? Maybe taking something personally. What are those 5 agreements? I can't even remember. Don't take things personally. Kathy, remember the 5 agreements? Don't take things personally. Always do your best. Anybody else remember the 4 agreements? I think I have them right here. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. Oh, that's a good one. They're all good. And always do your best. Crow pose or headstand. Crow pose to tripod if you want that. Headstand if you want that. Whatever you want to play with. This is going to be a play moment. You're going to do what feels right to you. I'm right behind you, Ange. If you're in crow and you don't want to stay there forever, you can jump out and jump back in. Keep coming. Bring your legs towards me. Keep coming. Keep coming. Squeeze your legs together. Squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze them. There it is. Child's pose or hero's pose. I think I always forget don't make assumptions. Sometimes I usually get 3 out of the 4. Anybody read this book? It's really good. I like it. It's one you go back to and read over and over. And be impeccable with your word. Can you imagine if the whole world would do that? That would be a freaking game changer. Even if half the people did it, it would be much more obvious when they're not. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Empty out. 2 more like that. Inhale, fill up. Let it all go. 1 more breath in. Sigh it out. Stick out your tongue even. Move to the front of your mat. I should have given you more warning on that. Halfway lift, forward fold, rise up to stand. Sweep your arms up over your head. Right side eagle. Your right arm goes under. Your right leg goes on top. Steady gaze. Now, this is our equanimity. Practice staying calm and keeping your breath moving as you're holding this. And most of us work so hard in this balance phase. Can you find a little ease? Like, can you soften something? Maybe your face, right? That space between your eyebrows. And then with an inhale, reach up. With an exhale, switch sides. Left arm under, left leg on top. Steady gaze. And then see if you can add that pelvic tilt, right? So your tailbone slides not underneath. You don't tuck your tailbone, but you just slide it down. Pull your belly button in, shoulders over your hips. With an inhale, reach up. Right side eagle. Right arm under. Right leg on top. Elbows up even with your chin if you can, and then move your hands away from your face. And when I do that, can you feel any stretch across your upper back? Oh, I love that. Love that. Inhale, reach up. Switch sides. Left arm under. Left arm on, left leg on top. I love the breathing. Keep it going. And reach up, stand on the floor. Right side, standing bow pose. Grab the inside of your right foot, left arm up. See if you can keep your belly button and the center of your chest facing the front of your mat. Your leg's gonna go straight back, and your shoulders don't turn if you can help it. And that takes a lot of practice too. It's a body awareness practice. So you're gonna turn your right hip forward. Yeah, keep going, Aaron, keep going. Yeah, you got it. That's the idea. Beautiful. 1 big breath in. Foot down on the ground. Switch sides. Inhale, swing your arms around. Grab the inside. Press back. See if you can press back without moving your upper body at first, and then as you go back further, it just starts to counter stretch, right? Sometimes we go automatic. Keep going there if you can. Big breath in. Big breath out. Sometimes I love this more than any other pose. And switch sides. It's an experience. Yeah. So take your time, like press back first. And then as you start to press back more, your upper body responds to that by coming forward. So it's not your forward, you don't lean forward to push your leg back. You push your leg back and then your body reacts to that. Switch sides. And both feet on the ground. Step to the front of your mat, feet solid on the ground. Press down, relax your toes. Hands down by your side or stacked over your heart center, your chest, center of your chest. Feel your heartbeat. Can you feel your heartbeat? Feel alive. Right side tree. Right side tree. Press your leg, your standing leg, into your foot as much as your foot's pressing your leg. Like squeeze them together. Hug your ribs in, and then keep your breath going. Full expression. Maybe you look up. If you feel safe, maybe you challenge yourself by looking up or closing your eyes. It's never a requirement. And switch sides. On this side, notice what you're looking at. See something really specific. Keep your gaze there and full expression with your arms, wherever they want to go, wherever you want them to go. Press your leg into your foot, and then maybe move your gaze up or close your eyes. 3 more breaths. And step to the front of your mat. With an inhale, reach up. With an exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, high to low push up. Use your core. Up dog, down dog. Right side, warrior 1. 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale, rise up. Warrior 2 as you exhale. Reverse your warrior inhale. Triangle. That was so graceful, Kath. Yeah, if you have your block, go ahead and use it. And that just keeps your, yeah, that looks great, Erin. That keeps it, with that block, it keeps that your waist more even. And then tuck your right butt cheek under. Mm-hmm. As you tuck your right butt cheek under, think about pushing your hips to the back of the room. A little more hip action, Erin. Push into my finger. Okay, that's good. Like you feel it in your inner thigh when you do it? No, yeah, you don't want that. Yeah. Take this wherever you want to go. Some people will take their block 6 inches away from their foot, behind them, and then rotate open, maybe into a back bend. 1 more breath in. Empty out. Rise up, side facing, wide-legged forward fold. Feet straight ahead, hands on your hips, elbows squeezed in like you're holding a beach ball between there. And then hug your ribs in. Forward fold. Your knees are soft. Oh. And then drop your hands down. Walk them behind you as far as they'll go. Drop your head and then breathe into that space in the middle of your spine between your shoulder blades. Can you get that stretch? Like as you inhale and filling up your back of your lungs, can you feel those muscles kind of stretching open and then relaxing as you exhale? Now you might, if you're not tight there, you might not feel that at all, but I can't imagine that, but it is possible. And then come forward, come into a halfway lift, fingertips on the ground, push your hips back, chest forward, right hand right under your face, and then add a twist. So your wrist, shoulder is stacked. I feel that in the inner thigh. Yes. Anybody else? Maybe not. Maybe you're not tight there. And come on down. Fold forward. And then come into your halfway lift. Nice flat back. Hug your ribs in. Hand right underneath your face and twist. Hips go back. Chest goes forward. One more breath in. Come on down. Just keep your hands on the ground and turn to the front of your mat. Your feet and your hands, and come into a half split or a full split. Breathe in and breathe out. So if you take a quick peek, I'm kind of in between each, right? So just getting a stretch in my front hamstring and my back, so as my thigh, hip flexors. And then come out of it somehow. Step your foot back. Come into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more inhale. Empty out. Step your left foot forward. Warrior one. With an inhale, rise up. Touch the ceiling. Look up. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Triangle pose. So straighten your front leg. So think about, oh, there's another cue I can give you too, like about tucking your butt cheek under. So if you're on your left side, you're going to tuck, bend your knee a little bit, tuck the left butt cheek under, and then straighten your leg. Sometimes that helps too, to get that butt cheek under. Press your feet down, and then imagine you're zipping your legs together, and there's a big crease at the front of your hip, your front hip. Stay there or walk your block away from you, coming into a back bend. Just keeping that pelvic tilt, keeping safe there. And then rise up to stand. Side facing wide-legged forward fold. Toes pointed out, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers the opposite way, the non-habitual way. Soft elbows, soft knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Press your feet down. Press your feet into your mat. And drop your hands. Come into some side lunges. And you don't have to drop your hands. You could still do side lunges. I like to have my hands on the ground, but everyone likes to do this different. You can make it big. You can make it small. You can work it, but just getting those inner thighs, yeah? The sweat feels good, yes? Yeah, just the right amount. Get complete on both sides, whatever that means to you. And come into your half split or full split. So a half split, you're on your shin and you're sitting back. A full split, which is you just get your knee back behind you a little bit more so you get the hip flexor. Big breath in, big breath out. I love how Philomene doing. I love when I have two blocks underneath my hands and get my shoulders over my hips. And Kathy has another. You can see Kathy has the block under her thigh. So there's a lot of ways that you can work on that in your spare time at home. when you're watching Netflix. Be warmed up first, though. And then slowly work your way out. Any way you can. Come into tabletop. With an inhale, open your heart. With an exhale, round your spine. Hold it there. Stretch your shoulder blades out. Flat back. Downward facing dog. Actually, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Just sit on your butt. Let's go here. I just checked the time. Let's go here. Legs straight out in front of you. And you're just going to roll onto your back using your core strength to come down. And then set up for bridge. If you want to use your block between your thighs, get a little extra alignment. But plant your feet, your heels underneath your knees. Do the pelvic tilt and then roll up and hold. You can have bent arms or interlace your fingers underneath your back. Wherever you are, breathe into your chest. As you exhale, press down through your arms and your feet. Aaron, bring your feet just a little closer. Yep. Press down through your arms. You're trying to press your chest to the ceiling. So our hips come up, yes, but how much expansion can you get across your chest? How much lift? Use your shoulder blades to push into the back of your heart. And come on down. Once you wipe your legs side to side. Rise up, bridge pose, go, bridge pose. Press down through your feet. Just push down through more with your arms, Aaron. There you go. Yep. You feel that different, like just that little extra. Because you want to feel those upper back muscles working. So this is strengthening the back of your body, but opening the front of your body. And come on down. We're going to do 3 more. Last week was Erin's birthday. We sang to her. Is it anybody's birthday today? Anybody close? Rise up, bridge or wheel. Go. We're doing 3 more. This is 1 of 3. Bridge or wheel. Feet a little closer. Hug your inner thighs in. Yeah. Keep that pelvic tilt, Ange, when you come down even. Oof. 1 more breath in. Come on down. Okay. We're going to get a little bit more energetic. You ready? Maybe I'm speaking to me. Maybe you are already energized. Rise up, go. 5 breaths, 5 breaths. As you inhale, fill up your chest. As you exhale, press down through your hands and your feet. Make it happen. Make it happen. On your 5th exhale, you're going to come down. Windshield wipe your legs side to side, and then you're going to go right back up for 7 breaths. 7, lucky number 7. 7, 7, 7, go. Rise up, don't hold back. Last chance to open up your heart, your front of your whole front of the body, front of your whole body. I don't know. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Supta Baddha Konasana when you're all done. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together. Press them together. Make that connection. Arms in cactus arms or over your belly and your heart as we started. Get in touch with your heartbeat. Hug your knees in. Give yourself a good squeeze. You know what the good news is? We already did core. We are going to roll forward and back and come up into boat pose, just as a reminder that that's what comes next normally. Boat pose. Lift your chest. Hug your ribs in. It's kind of like, it's so hard to do. Lift your chest. This is what happens. And then hug in. Hug your knees to your chest. Roll forward and back. We're going to go into half pigeon next. So you can stay on your back or you can go into half pigeon prone. Your choice. And you know what? It's always your choice. to do half pigeon in any of the positions, seated, on your back, or prone. So I'm going to read a little bit of this 4 agreement thing since we started on that. Be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. It's a nice reminder, yes? Especially avoid using the word to speak against yourself. How many of us beat ourselves up in our heads? Don't take anything personally. This might be the toughest one. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinion and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. Use your breath here in a nice way that creates space. As you inhale, fill up this sensation, and as you exhale, let something relax. And you can absolutely stay here, or you can walk up and grab your ankle for a quad stretch. Oh, actually, when you read this, it says the first agreement is the most important one and also the most difficult one to honor. Be impeccable with your word. Switch sides. Hip openers. And just notice how your mind wants to wander away. And bring it back to this moment, this present moment, by using your ujjayi breath, paying attention to making it happen. So if you're making that happen, you're focused on it. It lets the noise of your brain kind of move to the background. So stay with your breath here. Don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. With just this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. We do have the tendency to make assumptions about everything. The problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are the truth. We could swear they are real. And then we get into all that drama for nothing. And the last agreement, always do your best. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you're healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstance, simply do your best and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. There is just one, this is the last agreement, and it's the one that allows the other 3 to become deeply ingrained habits. The 4th agreement is about the action of the first 3. Always do your best. Stay here or reach back and grab your ankle for a quad stretch. And then slowly walk yourself up. Double pigeon. So I have my own way of doing double pigeon. I'll share it with you, especially when my hips are tight. Instead of doing this, like in a perfect world, I would have my ankle over my thigh, my shins would be parallel, my knee would be down here. Not a perfect world. So I just go to here, right? You find that spot where you still feel it. Oh my goodness. Yes, and sometimes it's just sitting cross-legged, right, Aaron? And bring that bottom foot up parallel to the front of your mat. That's kind of key. And then slide. You want to get both butt cheeks. So I find the spot where I get the stretch and I can still keep both butt bones on the ground. Because if I go way over here, this is popping up and I. So you just find that spot. Everyone picks at their toes in this one. And then if you feel pretty good in that, you can start to lean forward. It's not as easy to do if you haven't done the regular half pigeon first. Walk yourself up, and we'll switch sides. Say that? Oh, do you? Oh, that's interesting. But you know what? Well, I'm trying to think though, but that kind of frog kind of contracts this because you're opening this. So that's interesting that you feel that. I don't know if contraction is the right word, but you know, like it closes. It's closing that because it's how I'm thinking of it. Oh. I get it. I get it. Because you're just tighter in a different spot than I am, probably. Then you can start to lean forward. Anyone else have any input or anything they want to share about this pose for them? You have a new hip? Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that, Kathy. Oh, I'm amazed that you can do that with a new hip because they don't even want you to, like when you first start out, you can't even go, not even supposed to go in that position. Oh, that's the best one. Yes, I got, okay. All right, let's come out of that. And instead of doing frog, we're just going to do straddle stretch. I like to go out as far as I can, lift my butt up, and just push out a millimeter more. Thank you for letting me stretch with you. Whew. You can absolutely stay here. You can walk your hands forward. Push your butt bones back. Lift your chest up. It's not, and it's more lengthening your, well, it is lifting your chest, but it's lengthening your spine. Or you can come all the way down. Oh, not today. See what time it is. 20. Walk yourself up. Tuck your right foot in. And extend long. I like to do the crossover to get that side stretch again. Kathy has a new hip. I have a new shoulder. Anybody else have any new body part? Oh, we got it all covered. Sue's got the knees. Aaron, switch hand. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, bring your right hand across more. Yeah. I have a couple of those too. I actually have a temporary one because mine fell off recently. Switch sides. They said, they say 13.50. I was like, I'm sure don't mean $13.50, do you? Oh my gosh. Oh, I never heard that. Although I had a filling under it and it was all falling, like it started falling off. It was weird. Take a deep breath in. Come on out. Legs straight out in front of you, butt cheeks out of the way, forward fold, just round. I will be here Wednesday if you want to come back. We'll find out what we can do and play there to be a little different for sure. I actually did teach a whole JIP class last week. I followed it. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Oh, I love this one. Just folding, 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 folding. Bend your knees, let your head go. Rise up, reverse plank or reverse table. And then you're going to go upside down in some way. Waterfall, shoulder stand, headstand, handstand if you're so inclined. Seems like a lot at the end of the class, but people do it. Like, I don't want too much fire at this point. You know what I mean? Legs up, huh? Not at this point. Yeah, don't make assumptions, Philomena. No, I like a little balance. I'm certainly more on the fiery side for sure. But I do like that balance every once in a while. Feel free to move into something new if you want to go to plow pose or deaf yogi's pose. And then work your way onto your back. Work your way onto your back. Hug your knees in toward your chest. So I like to shift my hips to the left and then roll to the right. Supine twist. Whoops, I unfolded it. Supine twist. Breathe in from the tip of your nose to the tip of your tailbone. And switch sides. Kath, I'm getting you one. I just ran out. You bet. And then Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together. Aaron, you didn't leave early. Oh, so when you leave early, it's bad? That's my assumption I'm making. Supta Baddha Konasana. There's a cold towel by your head if you want to use that. Take a deep breath in. Let it out twice as slow. Shavasana. Let your legs get long. Let your arms come down by your side. Palms up. Aaron, does your back bother you when you take your legs out? Okay, I'm going to give you something to let me help you with that. So get 5% more comfortable. Maybe a little higher. It's just to help get your back flat. As you rest here, let go of all the work. And for the next few moments, just breathe and just be. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch long, hug in, and work your way onto your right side. Pause there. Come up to a seated position. Press down through your sit bones, get as tall as you can, and with an inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Bring your hands to your heart. One Om. Take a deep breath in. Nice deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. sigh it out. Ah, namaste. Namaste. All righty. Erin, the other thing you could do is just flip around, go put your legs straight up the wall. You know what I mean? If you wanted to try that, so that your back would stay flat then and all that. I mean, that's perfectly fine too, because you want to be comfortable there somewhat. And then when your legs are up, you can relax your, or bring them in like this. But I would suggest putting your legs up the wall. That would feel good. You could almost just stay there, like when they call that pose.